It's weekly breakdown.
Yeah. It's only two of us. Yeah. I feel like this happens more and more frequently as time goes on. But
Yeah,
oh well.
Things didn't work out this weekend. It's been a crazy week, but there's a few things that happened. So we're about to go to a show, so we figured why the hell not do a little shorter one here. Yeah. We talked about that new Star Wars trailer, Avenged Sevenfold, Rockstar, some shit.
Yeah, some other stuff. Yeah, just stuff and things.
Been getting into anything?
I mean, I finished Jessica Jones like this morning.
Really?
Yes, I did.
Did you like it?
I did. I thought maybe the last episode was a little weird. Maybe I don't know how to word it. Like it seems slightly anticlimactic. Like it seemed like they were kind of setting up for this big-ish thing, and then it was this kind of smallish thing. Mm-hmm. I felt like it was still a cool ending, and I liked the way that ended. But it's just like, oh, I mean, that could have been something a little bit bigger. I know it's a, just TV show, but still,
yeah,
they could have done something a little bit different. I mean, other than that, played a lot of Gears. That's about it. That's literally what I've done the last week. It's just that and Gears.
Yeah, the final scene in Jessica Jones, I think, is cool. Or the final scene against the villain.
Yeah, that scene was pretty cool. I liked the way that kind of played out. I thought the ending of the previous episode was really good too.
Yeah,
everything with like Luke, and that was really cool. And then, so now I can move on to Luke Cage, and then well, actually, I know what I'm gonna do from there. I have it listed. I have like 10 TV shows that I need to watch.
Yeah.
So
do you need to watch them?
I mean, I kind of do. There's a lot of like stuff. I'm just like, oh.
Yeah. I'm gonna watch Luke Cage once I'm finished with Breaking Bad, which I have like 7 more episodes left. So that's a good show.
I see that's probably after Luke Cage and after Stranger Things. I'll probably move on to Breaking Bad.
Yeah, I've been playing a lot of Gears of War 4 as well. Not as much as I would like, for sure, just because this week's been crazy. But Gears of War 4 is a good game. It is a very good game. It's a very familiar game.
That's what I was gonna say. I like that it's new, it's fresh, but it doesn't try to stray away too much.
Yes,
which is good. Like, a lot of basically, if there was a weapon you liked in the previous ones, more likely than not, it's back plus new ones. So
yeah, I think a lot of people have been comparing this game to Star Wars Episode 7, which, I mean, the hype level does not
equate
match up, but I think it's a good comparison. There's new characters in Star Wars. There's new characters in this in Gears of War, and then the campaign feels very similar with how it evolves, much like the first Gears of War. And then there's older characters in there to kind of bridge that gap between them. Has very familiar gameplay. Horde mode feels just like you know it. I think it's probably better because you can build your bases wherever you want.
Instead of like these bunch of predetermined spots.
Yeah, and it's 5 people now instead of 4. And then the multiplayer, I think, is just really well done. There's some head-scratching decisions that they made, I think, with the multiplayer.
Yeah, some game modes. Not every game mode needs to be round-based.
No,
that's my one thing.
And I don't understand why only the social quick play playlist is the only one that keeps you rolling from match to match. Yet it's only 2 people maximum in a team. Like, why can't it be at least 4?
4 would be a good number.
It just kind of makes no sense. I mean, I understand that, if you're going to squad up, you're going to want to, play against people more of your skill, but sometimes that's not really the case. You just want to squad up and kind of
just go
chill out.
It's also the fact that it kicks you out every single time. Like, that's just, I don't know.
Yeah, and I think the whole opening packs thing, chest or whatever they are, it's fine. I mean, every damn game has that now. But I think the credits are a little bit too low. I think the amount that you might get about 40 to 50 per match, and it is a slog to get wherever you need to go. So I think they should kind of up that or find different ways to get you more credits.
I think some of the ways that it works, though, is like, if I remember correctly from when I opened, because you get like a bunch of free packs to start off with. You get the Elite one.
Yeah. But
you get a lot of crap for that, which that's the one that it takes a while. Whereas I think I could get, at this point, the number of credits I can get either of the other two, but I just won't get as much stuff.
Yeah.
I guess, but yeah.
Yeah. But, it is a good game. We'll have a full review once we finish the campaign. Probably coming up here soon. The only other thing that I can say that we've been doing is last night we played a little bit of that Overwatch update.
Oh yeah, that thing.
The Halloween update. Okay. I wasn't too impressed with it, to be honest with you.
It's okay.
Yeah.
It's just something else to do. I think the only things that suck about it is, and it's kind of the same thing they did with, what was it, the Ludicio ball, or whatever it was.
Yeah.
Like, I don't know. Ludicio ball makes a little bit more sense, but I don't know why you have to like limit the characters that you can play as. You know what I mean? Like, you can only play as McCree, Soldier 76, Anna, and Hanzo, and that's it. And it's like, and the only character that I could honestly say out of those that I'm good with is Soldier 76, and only one person can be him, so it's like, no.
Yeah. It's just boring. And then it's just boring until the end. And then the end is just like a shit fest.
And then it just goes downhill, and it's like, if there was this, I don't know. If it was more balanced out, it'd probably be a lot better.
Yeah.
Like if the regular enemies, actually would attack you, that would be nice.
Yeah. I mean, look, it's different than Overwatch in what Overwatch is, and them trying new things like that, with Lucio Ball and all that stuff. That's fine. That's cool. I just think this mode's a little bit boring, to be honest with you. And you don't
get that much.
You don't get much for it. I mean, you're still just getting crates after playing like fucking 10 games. You're not getting anything from it really, so you might as well just go play the regular multiplayer, which we ended up doing and had a lot more fun. You know? Even though we lost like every match
except for the last one,
where we literally destroyed it.
I did not die once. I'm not sure if that's ever happened with me playing Overwatch. I'm not sure if that's ever really happened with me playing a multiplayer game ever. Really.
There was the one match where the team was kind of rolling on us, but we really had them stopped. It was on Kings Row.
Yep.
And we really had them stopped coming around the corner, and you kind of felt like there's no way they're going to get this. I was on a 27-player kill streak, and then they just rolled on us somehow. I have no clue what happened, but it was really depressing.
Yeah.
Like, we had them stopped forever.
Like 4 minutes.
Yeah.
Like, they just weren't going nowhere, and then it just didn't end well after that.
But that's the fun of Overwatch. It's just this back and forth thing, But yeah.
I had to kind of relearn how to play that game, because it's been seriously probably like a month and a half since I played that game, so it's been a little while.
Yeah, it's a good game.
Probably since the Olympics when we played Ludicio Ball. That was the last time I played Overwatch.
Yeah. But I will have to say, though, some of those Halloween skins are so incredible. Cool. Like, they are really, really awesome. So, definitely play Overwatch. It's a good time to play Overwatch right now, just to get some of those skins, because they're so cool. Hopefully get some of those skins.
I think they're around all the time. I think you get them. I think they're just there. Like, you know what I mean? Like, it's not just a thing, because I think you can still get the ones from the summer games. I think they're still purchasable.
They cost more.
Probably. I mean, they cost more now.
With Overwatch, it would... I mean, collecting stuff into loot crates and all that stuff, that's cool.
Maybe if it was like a progressive...
But I don't know why they can't hand you 10 to 20 currency every match.
That would be nice.
And then you're still having to play a lot, but then you'll be able to unlock that spray or that skin that you want, and you're eventually saving up to. I feel like that could go a long way to helping people just feel like they're progressing and unlocking stuff a little bit more. But whatever. Yeah, so that's that. Rogue One, a Star Wars story, is coming out this December, and it got its final trailer earlier this week. And it is an excellent trailer.
It's the best trailer,
Absolutely.
in my opinion.
Absolutely. I think this trailer is better than anything from episode 7.
I mean, trailer-wise, or just... Okay, I was going to say, like... Wait, what?
I've seen the movie. It's a better movie than episode 7. No.
Yeah.
This trailer's just so well done.
I think it's because they... What's the way to put this without having my words get misconstrued? They don't necessarily have to try with episode 7. Like, you put out the cool looking stuff, but what? They put out, I think, only 2 trailers for episode 7. They put out the teaser, which they put out like over a year before it came out, and then they had the actual trailer.
Yeah.
And that's it. Whereas, this one, this is something that's, people are rightfully weary about it. And so, they're, which they pulled out all the stops in this trailer.
Yeah.
I just hope this trailer isn't what other trailers have been in the past couple years, where it's like, there's a highlight reel, literally, of everything. Okay, you don't have to watch the movie now. There you go. That's all the cool stuff.
Yeah, I don't think that's the case with this movie. There's still a lot that we don't know about. In Disney and Lucasfilm have just been really good with that with these Star Wars movies, and that they don't really give away a lot. Like, we know the premise of this, we know who some of the characters are and stuff, but, what actually is going to happen, you really don't know.
Yeah.
You know the end result.
Basically. That's just because...
But how it gets there...
That's because it's a prequel. But,
yeah. There was some incredible looking shots in this trailer, though. Like, the view of the Death Star that you saw.
I thought the
shot opening up the trailer was so cool.
I thought the one towards the end of them running through the forest, through around the legs of the AT-AT was cool.
Yeah. And then the one, it's a little bit in the beginning of the trailer where the camera just kind of pans up, but you see a Star Destroyer up there, and then some TIE fighters fly by. It's like, yeah, there's some excellent shots.
Yeah, and Darth Vader's in the trailer, which, I mean,
for like 2 seconds.
For like 2 seconds, but so if you hadn't heard by this point, which had already been said, that he's going to be in the film. James Earl Jones is voicing him, which is great.
Yeah, it's awesome.
Which it's a good thing they didn't get the guy from Battlefront.
Yeah,
I wouldn't be too happy about that.
Yeah. Yeah.
Now I'm just wondering, why couldn't they get the guy? Why couldn't they get James Earl Jones for Battlefront? Fork over some of that EA money that they got from putting out Madden every year.
Yeah. I like the mention of the title of the movie
in the
trailer.
It's like, Rogue.
It's a
Rogue One.
Yeah.
I'm like,
there's so many movies that's happening. Like, we just saw the Magnificent Seven, and it happened. The last line. It's like,
we're magnificent. I'm like, Also, kind of go on that. Well, okay, we'll finish talking about Star Wars, and I'll bring up that, because actually, I did have something I wanted to say about Magnificent Seven. So there was nothing else too much to talk about Star Wars.
No, I'm really excited for this movie. Literally every trailer they put out for this movie got me more excited for it, and I really hope that this is going to be an excellent movie. And so far, I mean, it's looking like it's going to have some pretty crazy shit in it, and a lot of cool characters. And one last thing that I didn't know was going to be in this movie, I thought it was mostly going to be ground fighting, but there were some space battles going on.
Have space battles.
Yeah, I know. I don't know. For some reason, I was like, I don't know why they would have that, but whatever.
Yeah.
It's cool.
Got
it looked cool, and I'm really excited for it.
Yeah, I definitely feel the same way.
Yeah.
As we just said, we saw least my personal opinion, that movie's a very strong okay. Mostly because, and I think it has to do with this, which is, it's very much a Western.
Yeah.
And, you know, which that movie's cool because, you know, Hollywood doesn't make movies like that anymore. Like a Western. But then at the same time, there's kind of a reason why Hollywood doesn't make too many movies like that anymore. So, like, kind of some backstory of my thing is that when I would go, it used to be a time where I would go over to my grandparents. Like, we'd be over there every Saturday. And on Saturday, my grandfather would watch Westerns on, like, Turner Classic Movies or AMC. I don't even know what, some channel. And so you kind of get to see the gist of, like, every movie. And so I'm sitting there, I'm just like, yeah, some of the stuff's cool, and the characters are cool, and you got some big-name actors and whatnot, but I'm just like, I've kind of seen a lot of this style stuff before, so that's kind of why, like, it's a good movie. I'm not saying the movie's bad, it's just that I'm just kind of sitting there, I'm just like, yeah. Because when you make a Western, the villains are either Native Americans, outlaws, or big corporate people trying to take over, and you kind of get a little bit of everything in this movie, and it's just like that's why Westerns I'm kind of a little iffy about, because it's like, how do you do a new Western?
Yeah. I mean, it was a Western in that lots of dudes dying, lots of action, shit blowing up, you know, gunslinging everywhere, and it was entertaining to watch. It was well done.
It was very entertaining, but
But the story is very, very small. When you think about it, you know, it's a very contained story, almost, you know, with all the death that happens, very pointless. But that, you know, that's kind of the beauty of it, because at the end you just kind of go, oh shit,
yeah,
you know. But I will say the last thing about it is that yes, it is a Western, but I think this works better than most because of the performances from a lot of the actors in, like, the main crew. A lot of them were just fucking awesome. Like, Chris Pratt was pretty good. Vincent Kingpin, dude, his character was awesome. Denzel Washington was great, and the way they all jived together was awesome. So yeah.
The only other things I'll say on the topic of this movie was the characters were played very well. Again, one of the things I was sitting there and was just like, there's not that much development. Characters didn't really get anywhere throughout the movie. And the one thing that kind of annoyed me, and I'm gonna, there's only be a very, very, very slight spoiler. I'm not gonna actually say what happens. They waited literally until 5 minutes before the movie's done to tell you why Denzel Washington's character cares so much. And I'm like, why wait? Why? Why not put it a little bit earlier? And then it's like, and then that fight that 10, 15 minute long fight you just had would have a little bit more oomph behind it. And that kind of bothered me a little bit. I was just like, they could have made that so much better. More tension behind it. But
yeah,
whatever.
It was a good movie.
It was.
I liked it.
I'm not saying I didn't like it. I'm just saying I enjoyed it. That's the thing. I put enjoyment on top of most things. Like, I'd still probably give this movie like a good 7. But being a person who sits there, and I've, you know, took a film study class, which now I can't just watch movies. It's a little bit harder. And I'm just like, ugh.
Would you give it a magnificent 7 out of 10?
10. Sure.
Yeah. Our one homie that we were with took a nice nap.
I did so that. I'm like,
for like half the movie.
For like half the movie.
Yeah.
And it was his idea to go see the thing. It's like, whatever.
Yeah, I had a good time. So in the video game world, not much major things going on. PlayStation VR is out. You know, we talked about Gears of War. Probably the biggest thing happened today, and it's almost nothing at all. But really Rockstar tweeted out an image that had the Rockstar logo on it in a red background that looks very similar to Red Dead's red, which means something is probably going to be happening. They kind of revealed GTA 5 in the same way. So I think probably within the week we will probably see like a trailer or something.
I hope.
I seriously think they will trailer, release date, and it won't be that far out. I really do think.
Like spring?
Yeah.
That'd be good.
I wouldn't even be surprised if it's still this year, but I doubt that.
That would be incredible.
They don't have to announce their game a year ahead of time. Bethesda showed it really well with Fallout 4. Like here's the announcement at E3. It's out in 5 months, and it worked really well for them. Bethesda's huge too, but Rockstar's bigger than Bethesda, and so
what if Rockstar's like, you got a month to figure this out, go for it.
Yeah, I mean they can literally do whatever they want, and
it could come out. It could literally they could have a trailer go out Tuesday and say, oh yeah, it's available today. Maybe at least digital, but it's available today.
The world would go insane. I seriously think that this game is going to sell an insanely amount of copies, whatever this next Red Dead game is. I mean, Red Dead Redemption sold like 15 million copies or something like that, 13, 15, which is a lot.
How much does GTA 5 sold?
It's probably like 55 million or something like that.
I think it'll sell very well. I'm not sure if it'll hit GTA numbers, but
I can easily see 25.
I was gonna say like 30. Yeah. I'd say double.
Yeah. So soon,
Red Dead Revolution. I'm calling it because they got to have a fucking RDR name. I don't know any other R words that would work.
Yeah. Red Dead Reloaded.
See, that's better. Red Dead Reloaded. Maybe that'd be cool.
What if it's just a Red Dead Redemption remaster and they just call it Red Dead Reloaded?
Yeah, people buy the fuck out of it.
Yeah, they would.
No people. Also, that would make it a little weird because isn't that game supposed to be backwards compatible, or at least was?
It is.
So that would be a little weird to do that though. But yeah,
it is rumored that this game is going to be a prequel to Red Dead,
like Revolver or Redemption.
Redemption.
Okay.
Which, if you've played Red Dead Redemption, it's a little hard maybe to do a sequel to that.
I don't think they do.
There's a link there. Don't get me wrong, but
I mean, technically, Red Dead Redemption isn't a direct sequel to Red Dead Revolver.
No,
so they could easily just
kind
of like how all the GTAs. Yeah, this GTA 5 really doesn't have anything to do with GTA 4.
Yeah. I love Red Dead Redemption, man. I mean, it's one of my favorite games of last generation. I don't like it as much as a lot of people think. Like, a lot of people think it's like the best game in the generation. But best story, arguably. The story is one of the best stories I've ever, witnessed. It is one of the best stories in video games, hands down. The open world, yes, it's the Wild West, don't get me wrong, but it felt a little bit empty from time to time, and the gameplay was very fun, but it felt a little bit janky sometimes. So I think, the leap Rockstar made in terms of gameplay and control from GTA 4 to 5 is incredible. So I really think from Red Dead Redemption to whatever this is going to be, that leap is going to be.
That was my whole problem with Red Dead, was I had Red Dead for a long time, and I played it, and I was just... I don't know. I mean, maybe I should give it another shot. I probably should. But I just didn't like the way it felt. Like, I don't know. I was just like, ugh.
It takes a little bit of game.
That was also before I got really into those kinds of games when I tried Red Dead. Like, I didn't really... I was still... I mean, I did play, like, Assassin's Creed, but, like, that was the extent of my open world, games. And so,
yeah.
Like I said, maybe especially since it is backwards compatible, I could possibly... Maybe I should just buy it and give it another shot at some point.
Yeah. We'll see. Here soon. Probably.
Hopefully.
Their tweet has been retweeted 70,000 times.
Jesus Christ. People
crazy.
like their Red Dead, man.
Yeah. Rockstar makes their games an event anymore. This will be an event when it comes out. It's going to be cool. The last thing I think to talk about is Avenged Sevenfold.
Yeah.
They put out a new song called The Stage. They have not yet announced their new album, but it is rumored to be called, I think, Voltaic ash or volcanic oceans, and to come out December 9th. And they have had this very strange promotional thing going on that no one really understands, where like their logo just kind of popped up in a whole bunch of places, and then they tweeted a picture of like all the members and their X's across their faces, whatever that means.
Yeah,
and
I saw that one. I haven't seen too many of the other ones of the logo showing up places.
Yeah, have you heard the new song?
I heard it. I've heard it a couple times. I mean, personally, I'm not too excited for it. I mean, it's cool. I mean, also like the fact that it's what, like 8.5 minutes long. It's like, wow, okay, that's different. But I'm gonna hold my reservations simply because I got really, really excited for "Hail to the King" after they put out that song, and then yeah, that album kind of didn't jump out at me. So I'm kind of not getting my hopes up too much for this one.
Yeah. I listen to the song and I go, it's good. Like, there's nothing really bad with the song at all. It is long, and that's an interesting move on their end to put this out as the first single for their new album, to get 8.5 minutes of radio play. You know, it's pretty. You don't see that happen a lot, especially in modern rock. You know.
If anything, most songs are made shorter.
Yeah.
Put on the radio.
And I think one of the highlights for this song to me is just Sinister Gates' guitar playing. I mean, he's a great guitarist, and this is definitely a showcase for him. I think there's a lot of solos in here, a lot of really cool leads. I mean, the one that opens up the song is pretty fucking cool. But I think, you know, it's a good song. It didn't blow me away. You know, when I heard "Hail to the King," which was the first single on their last album, I don't know. That song got me really excited. That's a fun song.
That's a very fun song to listen to.
Where this song I listen to and I go, it's fine. We'll see what the rest of the album has to offer.
Hopefully that means they're setting our expectations low. And it's just, I haven't been excited for Avenged Sevenfold album in a long time.
Yeah.
Probably not since Nightmare.
I mean, I've never really gotten excited for them. I've always kind of just looked forward to them, just because, you know, they are one of the most popular metal bands, rock bands, whatever you want to say they are in the world. It has been a little bit since their last album.
2013, yeah.
So yeah, we'll see what happens with that. We'll go check it out. It's called The Stage, if you were curious. It felt a little bit more old school than Sevenfold.
It's good.
Yeah.
Wow. Anything else? I mean, besides
Not that I can think of.
the usual housekeeping stuff, but
Yeah.
yeah, okay. Not much happened. I feel like that's just been the last couple weeks, honestly. Like, not much is happening in the world.
No. But things are happening in terms of coming out.
Yeah, everything got announced already, so that's a good way to put it.
Yeah.
Now it's just the year cleaning itself up.
Yep. So that's it. It's the weekly breakdown for this week. We'll hopefully be back with a regular episode next week.
With a full episode, yeah.
A full 2 hour.
Fuck it, I'll do it.
Yeah.
What happened?
Thanks for watching. See you guys later.